presented by Franklin Motor Company. First up, Page at Giles County. Both teams in need of a win. Page hadn't beaten Giles since 2010. The Bobcats had outscored the Patriots 94-21 in the last 2 meetings. But here's Michael Roberts. He's trying to make the Page faithful forget about those last couple of years. What a game for him, and Michael McCokey as well. You see him on the keeper, taking it deep into Giles County territory. This run by Roberts, going 55 yards. That gave Page a 13-7 lead. He finished with 182 yards on the ground, 44 receiving, and 1 touchdown. Page led 23-7 halftime. Giles would storm back, force overtime, score first, with the Bobcats up 30-29 after a Page score. Charles Rathbone would roll the dice for the second straight week, and again it pays off. Page wins 31-30. Just like last week when they beat Forest on a 2-point conversion. That puts Page at 4-2 overall. What a 2 weeks for the Page Patriots. Now on to FRA at Zion Christian. The Panthers got another strong game from running back Sam Harvin. As you see him take this pass from Spence Jones, 47 yards to pay dirt. Now while this is impressive, wait until the next clip. Harvin takes the handoff, breaking some ankles, some tackles, and possibly a few egos on his way to a 55-yard touchdown run. That just doesn't seem fair. The Panther defense was also solid as usual, as Franklin Road Academy improved to 4-3 on the season Friday night. Summit at Dickson County. Summit looking for their first win. Dickson County needing a win also in district play. The Spartans had their chance to get their first win of 2014. The crucial play coming with the game tied, and Summit knocking on the door. Sikorsky's pass seemed to be deflected before Dickson County's Collier Walcott took it 100 yards for the score, a 14-point turnaround. Even though Chris Jenkins would tie the game at with a 1-yard run with 2:23 to play in the second, Dickson County's Isaiah Burns took this pass from Jacob Murphy 79 yards. That would end up being the game-winning score. Summit battled throughout despite more key injuries, and they fall to 0-7 on the season. Coach Coleman still praising his team for their fight. They had their chances in this one to maybe pull off a win at home. They never won a home game in Summit history. CPA at Spring Hill. The Lions, they're just that much better than everybody else, really. And give Spring Hill some credit. They still fought all the way through. As you see, Malcolm Nicholson, he had another good game. We're used to seeing that out of the running back from Spring Hill. He went 123 yards and a touchdown. CPA was just too dominant. CPA now 7-0 on the season, 3-0 in District 12. Spring Hill falls to 4-3, 1-2 in the district. The Yellow Jackets won this game, holding on for the 31-28 win. A guy who needs more attention, Hunter Zimmerman. This guy can get it done through the air and on the ground. There's no doubt they would be 4-2 in District 11 and 5-2 overall had he not been injured a couple of weeks ago. Here's what 24/7 recruiting analyst for Vanderbilt, Chris Smith, said on Twitter early in September. Yes, very underrated is Hunter Zimmerman. Now we go to Middle Tennessee State, and they continue to look good in Conference USA. This win over Southern Miss put them at 3-0, and you can't help but be impressed with sophomore quarterback Austin Grammer, but also the Middle Tennessee run game. Look at the holes there. A chilly day in Murfreesboro, but Middle Tennessee State offense heating up the place. Another touchdown. 3-0 after wins over Western Kentucky, Old Dominion, and now Southern Miss. Of course, we want to remind folks that this show wouldn't be made possible without the help of our sponsor, Franklin Motor Company. You can see here are the kind of cars they have in their lot. They have sold over 30,000 vehicles, so give them a call today at 615-865-7350 or visit them online at franklinmotorstn.com. Franklin Motor Company, your ride is here. All right, Murray State traveling to Tennessee Tech. This is one of the best games of the night in the OVC. Here, Murray State getting ready to score, and it's stripped away from the Murray State quarterback, Katie Humphreys. Tennessee Tech recovers. That would be one of the many turnovers in the game. There were 7 combined between the two teams. Here, Katie Humphreys goes 24 yards for the touchdown run, giving Murray State the 10-3 lead. And on the ensuing kickoff, Ladarius Van Leer, hope I'm saying that correctly, 99-yard kickoff return. We're tied at 10 apiece. Huge momentum swing there for the Golden Eagles. And here's a good example of the Hatch attack as Katie Humphreys takes it in for a 7-yard run. That was a 6-play, 70-yard drive that only took a minute 32 off the clock. But TTU would actually give TTU enough time to get some points of their own. And here you see a touchdown pass. Darian Stone to Cody Matthews, 25 yards for a touchdown. We're tied at 24. TTU hit a field goal. This is with 4 seconds left to force overtime. And then Murray State missed a 35-yarder in OT. So now Tennessee Tech can win it with a field goal. And John Arnold from 20 yards out. It's good. And the Golden Eagles defeat Murray State 30-27. Murray State falls to 1-4. TTU improves to 2-2 in 2-2. Jacksonville State at UT Martin. Marcus Merrill with a 26-yard touchdown pass to Eli Jenkins, making it 7-0 Gamecocks. And then Anthony Johnson with a 34-yard reception for Max Shortell. That was a 7-play, 59-yard drive, only taking 2 minutes and a second off the clock. JSU getting a pick here. They defeat the Skyhawks 38-14 and are now 4-1 on the year, with their only loss coming to Michigan State. Not too many teams are going to beat the Spartans this season. SEMO hosting Tennessee State University. Kyle Snyder with the 7-yard keeper into the end zone. Redhawks take a 7-0 lead. After falling behind 17-0, Tennessee State would begin to claw their way back. Michael German would find Chris Sanders McCollum for the 10-yard touchdown pass to cut the lead to 3 at 17-14. Then later on in the fourth quarter, Lenny's McFerrin, a 7-yard scamper into the end zone. Southeast Missouri take a 26-14 lead with 4:41 to play. And the Redhawks would choose to go for 2 to try to make it a 14-point lead. That's when Kyle Snyder hit Ron Coleman for the conversion. Don't look now, but the Redhawks are 4-2 and tied for first in the OVC at 2-0. TSU falls to 1-1 in OVC play. Eastern Kentucky at Austin Peay. The Colonels continue to look like a team capable of making a run in the FCS playoffs, already leading 3-0 there. Channing Fugate takes it in from the 11 to make it 10-0. Now the last play of the second quarter. Last play of the half. Benny Coney throwing the Hail Mary, 42 yards, and Jeff Glover comes up with the catch. Hail Mary to end the half. EKU goes up 17-0. They cruise to 5-0 with a 31-0 win over the Govs. Now our top 5 plays. This is from the Tennessee Tech Murray State game. Looks like Darian Stone had a touchdown pass, but it bounces off the chest of his receiver and into the hands of Jeremy Harness. Down to number 4. Remember, this was a downpour in the second half between Ravenwood and Centennial. Somehow, Austin Percy able to make a play out of it as Cole Brown picked the ball up and threw a pass. And then this in overtime for number 3, Innsworth. Stunning Montgomery Bell, negating a huge comeback with that game-winning touchdown in overtime to number 2. We just saw it. The 42-yard Hail Mary, the ball thrown from the 50 and into the hands of Glover. And our number 1 play for the second straight week, the Patriots rolling the dice and going for 2 in overtime for the win. We just did it last week against Forest. They do it this week against Giles, and that's our number 1 play. We thank you for watching the Sports Source Highlight Show presented by Franklin Motor Company. We'll see you Thursday for the preview shows.